Hi everybody, my name is Bill Peppard. I'm your physics instructor here at Dell Tech for Conceptual Physics. I'm going to take you through the important information of the course today. So just kind of showing you the layout. First off, hopefully you're familiar with D2L, but if not, it's pretty simple. So this is the Physics 111 202 course. It is completely online. So if you go to Content, and the first thing I want you to do is, hopefully if you're watching this, you found it. So you're watching the Conceptual Physics 111 orientation video, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then get into kind of how to use D2L and the important ideas that you should be familiar with before starting. So my name is Bill Peppard. I am 46 years old. I'm married. I have 2 children. I've been teaching physics for over 20 years. This is my first full-time semester at Dell Tech, so I'm excited about that. I enjoy spending time with my family, watching and playing soccer, and enjoying teaching. So let me talk to you about the course and how it's set up. So first off, this is an online course. So if you look here at Physics 111 document, online document, this is helpful. So let me kind of get that all on the screen. So so this is, again, the overview of the important information. So this class is fully online. There are no live classes or Zoom meetings, so you're expected to kind of watch the content and learn the content independently, and then complete assignments and submit online. Your grade's composed of 4 items. First, homework, which consists of mastering physics, which is like online assignments, and then ed puzzles, which are the videos you're going to watch to learn about the material. Then there are lab activities, so we're going to do a lot of simulation labs since this is an online course. So you'll have labs that you'll interact with just like you would in person. It's just online. You'll have 4 tests that consist 50% of your course, and then there's a final exam at the end. So those add up to your total grade. Again, everything's posted on D2L. I'll show you where you should look for topics and ideas such as that. And then if you need any assistance, anything, so make sure you just email me. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. I'm also available to Zoom with you guys during my office hours, which are listed below on Tuesdays and Wednesdays or by appointment. So if you can't make those times in the mornings on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, you can always reach out to me through email, and we'll try to set something up. So going back to, no, that's not what I want. Going back to the content page, if you go down below here, there's some policies that you can look through. There's also the general college-wide syllabus, information on how you get your text, but this topic and activity schedule is really important for you guys to look at. So this is here, it's already set up, and it has basically everything lined up for the course as to what you're doing each week. The highlighted items are things for grades, so it kind of lets you know what you should be doing, when it's due by, and that way you're prepared for a class each week. So if you kind of take a look at this, it has a date in the first column, so week 1, that's where we're at. You should be watching some videos that deal with these topics. It's an ed puzzle video. If you're not familiar with ed puzzle, you just watch a video and there are questions embedded, and it will make you answer the question before you progress. So you'll have to watch the video through completion to get credit, so you want to make sure you do that so you get full credit. Also, you want to try to do your best on those questions. They're fairly simple and go along. As long as you're paying attention, you'll be able to answer them. They're fairly straightforward. Finally, in the last column is the assignments graded at the end of the week. Excuse me. So lab activities, which are highlighted in green, and then homework assignments. It says web assign. That was a typo, so I'll fix that, but it's actually mastering physics, so I'll show you that. It's a new computer program compared to what we've used in the past. And then also they have tests. So test 1, the first test, is due by the 22nd of September. I generally load everything fairly early into the course, so you should be able to access those items early and get started on it without too much trouble. So let me go back to that. Let me just show you where to find your textbook. So this link will take you to the college bookstore, campus bookstore. I got that now in the video. And you're just going to enter your course. Owens Campus, Del Tech, fall 2022 is what you want, and then you would go physics, and you type in our course number, 111, and we are section 202, which is the online one, and find materials, and it pops up, and this is the book you want. So again, it's an online e-text and access to Mastering Physics. Mastering Physics is where you're going to do your homework. So let me get to that, and then we'll get into like things that'll help you be successful in course. Okay, so getting back to kind of the table of contents page. So we've kind of gone through the instructor and important class information sheet or section. So unit 1 is where we start our materials. So if you look here, each week I have the videos, the documents, and any simulation labs or exams or anything else in a folder. So week 1, Ed Puzzles, so you'd go here and you will click on these activities. So you'll click on the link, you'll answer the Ed Puzzle videos, you'll go through it, you'll get credit for it. That's the idea. Also, if you go to right underneath the, if you go right underneath the Ed Puzzles, there you go. Underneath Ed Puzzle videos are your documents. So if you open those up, it has kind of the notes that go along with the videos, and it also has maybe some extra practice sheets or sheets that I worked out examples on. So if it's not in here, it'll be in here in these supplementary materials. And then finally, at the end, the last folder in that week are kind of the simulation lab. So there'll be a video that explains what you should be doing in the lab, the link to the lab, and then where you're going to submit it to earn a grade. So those are there, and you would just keep scrolling down. So each week is set up similarly. So the first unit is on kinematics and describing motion. There are 4 weeks of that, and the 4th week is where you'll find your test. So you want to make sure you look there when it comes to test time. So everything is in these folders by week, so hopefully that's easy to follow along with if you're in week 1, week 2, week 3, and that topics calendar and schedule gives you that freedom. Okay, so again, we just progressed through. Let me talk about mastering physics, because that's another idea that you need to be familiar with. So if you go to the very bottom, it says homework on mastering physics. So this is where you're going to go to access these materials. So you could just click on the link for each individual one. Mine might look a little different because it is the teacher or instructor version instead of the student version, but you'll have these questions. So there are 14 items. It tells you about a point apiece. It tells you approximately how long it should take you to do the assignment. That's if you're like, you know everything about it. So it might take you a little bit longer than the 20 or 25 minutes that it recommends. That's okay. What I would say is don't get too frustrated with it. Just ask questions. So if you are spending, double the time on the homework compared to what it is recommended, I would say you need to either go back and watch the videos and make sure you're understanding the material, or ask for assistance. Like, I am here to help. That is my philosophy. It's like, my job is to help make sure you're successful. As long as you're putting the work in and corresponding with me, I think you will be successful. So let me kind of go back to the content page and focus in on just me for a second. So here are a couple things that I think students need to do, or like there's qualities that successful students in my class have that make them successful. So number one, you got to make sure you advocate for yourself. So this is a totally online course. I don't really talk to you face to face unless you reach out to me. So make sure that, if you are stuck or you have questions, you're confused, anything that you need help with, you're having difficulties with getting things submitted, you're having difficulties accessing information, something just doesn't look right, reach out to me and let me know. Like, I can't help you unless I know you are having an issue. So make sure you reach out. Another thing that I would say is really important is staying up to date with the material. So whatever week we're on, you should be working on those things. Don't get behind. If you get behind, it kind of snowballs and people sometimes feel overwhelmed. It's 15 weeks. You got to just stay up with the content. Some weeks are heavier than others. Some weeks are lighter. That's okay. Just make sure you're asking me questions. Also, because it's online and I already have it set up this way, you should have access to the whole course. So if you know you have a busy week coming up at work or a personal thing, you're on vacation, whatever it might be, just, you can work ahead and get ahead a little bit and hopefully be good when you come back from that and stay up to date again. So asking questions, staying up to date. And then the other thing I would say is if you know somebody else who's taking the course, start like a study group. That's another thing. Physics and science in general isn't learned in isolation most of the time. So if you have somebody to bounce ideas off of and talk through scenarios, that would be good for you. So that is the majority of the information that I wanted to get through, and I try to keep these videos short. Some of them are a little longer, I apologize, but I try to keep the videos short so that you can watch them and not be overwhelmed with content. So anyway, I wish you guys good luck. Again, reach out to me. Email is the best way to get a hold of me, so it's just wpeppered@dtcc.edu, and I will be seeing you in the videos. Reach out through email, or if we need to set up a Zoom or come to those office hours, I'm available at those times. So good luck, guys. I'll talk to you later. Be well.